West New York Attorney Adil Ahmed is one of 16 seeking a seat on the Board of Commissioners at the May 14th municipal elections, and while he has no connection to the Hudson County Democrats, he explained why he was interested in hopping into this race to run a grassroots campaign.
And I realize that there's so much history between these two camps that it gets very personal. And so, I think the town suffers when the politics don't function and then our government doesn't function. And so I'm tired of it. And I know so many people in town are too. And, when we were out there getting petitions and knocking on doors, about 90% of the people we talked to one-on-one were like, yes, like we want someone who's completely unchained from the past and who can sort of think a little bit independently, but who has the right values that our community believes in. And I found that the response rate that we got from there was so positive that, the town is tired of that infighting and that they want something new and they want they want to be presented with real options.
Tell me, what separates you from everybody else? I mean, it's a 16-person race. Obviously, everybody knows about the mudslinging, but I don't think a lot of people are really educated on the issue. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So one thing is that we have substance. So a lot of our ideas are backed up with ideas about how we would execute them, like plans about how we would execute them. So, for example, since January, we've been advocating to eliminate the parking authority and merging it into the town. We just saw this past week that the 3 commissioners on the New Beginning slate supported that, but the resolution didn't have a lot of meat to it. And I think it's important for there to be a lot of substance to that because, yes, you eliminate the parking authority, that sounds really good. But the whole purpose of eliminating the parking authority and merging all the civil service employees into the town is so that there's more oversight and there's more transparency into the finances of the parking authority. Another big issue is rent control. Folks are talking about, we want to help the tenants in town. We actually have a real platform about how we do that. And there's 2 very specific ways that the town can do that. One is they should create an Office of Education within the Rent Control Board that actually goes out to the rent control buildings, hosts town halls in those buildings, hosts them on the street, like some other neighboring towns do, and they actually educate their tenants about their rights so they know how to respond and who to call. The other is that we have a rent control attorney who has office hours in Union City once a month, and a lot of residents are calling town hall, they're calling the rent control secretary, and they're not getting a response. And I think when we have a government where people are playing different roles and aren't working together, then that hurts people, that hurts the residents of this town. And so what we're doing is actually creating a program, creating a platform so that those things can't happen. So that when there is political infighting, there are programs in place that have to happen so that people don't suffer when people don't get along.
I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.